So go to the verses just above that. There's a few lines. There you go. Okay. This is meditation number 12, page 6. But don't look. I want to talk to you about it first. Okay. So this is what happens if you learn to take refuge. Okay. This is the karma of taking refuge properly. Okay. Parchin dubale kyang. So there are many versions of Borobolamido, Perfection of Wisdom, and one is called the Brief Perfection of Wisdom, Parchin Dupa, okay? And in some of them are 8,000 verses, some of them are 12,000 verses, some of them are 100,000 verses, and some of them 15, anyway. Kyab song sunam sukchina kamsum diang nu de chung. And this is very, very famous quotation. And it says, if the karma of going for refuge properly was turned into a physical thing, like a piano or a baseball or a cactus, okay? If that karma turned into a physical thing, kamsum diang nu de chung, the universe couldn't hold it. There wouldn't be room in the universe to fit it, okay? So it's supposed to be that going for refuge properly by, thinking about the husband who's not there, okay? Going to refuge for that, protection, that kind of protection of not believing in that husband who's not your fault, okay? That karma, if it became a physical thing, it couldn't fit in this universe, okay? Then he's going to talk about it. So what this is saying is that the good things that happen to you, if you take refuge properly, that good seeds cannot be measured. Even by Buddha, cannot be measured, okay? Cool? Cool. Sakbar Sangye ni Shinkyepa Chendu Songwe, especially Lord Buddha is such a powerful object among the three. Three what? Jewels. Among the three jewels, Buddha is so powerful that if you do something towards a Buddha, Dela Chumbe Getsa, that karma done towards a person who is enlightened, it doesn't matter your motivation. If your motivation can be lousy. Usually motivation is 90%, right? But the Buddha is such a powerful object that if you do anything, if you sneeze well towards the Buddha, you get, you're rich for many lifetimes or something, okay? Like that, okay? That, not because of you, because of them. Okay, that object is so powerful. We talked about powerful objects: mom, dad, teachers, people who need things, emergencies, people who helped you, and people who help other people. Okay, so this is just one more. Kyang Dzogchan tope gyorngepa drote. So, Kunong nam daki, if you take refuge with a good motivation, Dzogchan tope gyorngepa drote, that karma cannot go any place except to make you a Buddha. Okay? If you take refuge with good motivation, okay, then there's no choice. That karma will go to make you a Buddha. You can't stop it. Okay? Then he tells a story about that from Ningje Pema Karpo. What's Pema Karpo? The Lotus Sutra. Okay? Very famous, right? There's a couple of Lotus Sutras, but they're the same. One's longer, one's shorter. Okay. By the way, if you want to be a vegetarian, if you want to tell Buddhist people they should be vegetarian, the Lotus Sutra is the book to read. Okay. He makes a list of every known kind of meat, including human meat, and he says, don't eat it. Okay. So if someone tells you Buddhists don't accept vegetarianism, you can read them the Lotus Sutra. Okay? So now he's going to quote the Lotus Sutra. Lord Buddha is talking to Ananda. Say Ananda. Ananda. Don't say Ananda. Ananda means unhappy person. Ananda means very happy person. Okay? Like Amrita means kills you very much. Okay? Amrita means deathless. You see? Long A means very much. Short A means not. So when a yoga teacher, I'm in a yoga class and the teacher says, let's do Amrita. Amrita. I'm like, no. I don't want to die. Okay. All right. Kungao Ananda. Very happy person. Ananda. Ditate Perna. So Buddha is talking to Ananda and he says, let me tell you how it is. Kimdak Shingbe Shing. Let's say some guy is a farmer, just normal person, and he's a farmer. Shing To Mepa. And his field has no rocks in it. And by the way, those of you who grew up Christian, I did, still am, there's a beautiful, Jesus uses the same language. He has the same story. Okay? Kimdak Shingdo, the field has no more stones. Dong Dum Mepa, there's no tree trunks. Broken, what do you call them? Stumps. David's stumps. And at Serma Mepa, there's no thorns, okay, in that field. Kyomo Mepa, there's no gravel. Sekma Mepa, no pebbles. Sanak Chewa, the ground is very fertile, good soil. Shik Yopar Kirte, Lekpar Me, if they plow the field properly, Lakcheki Chimbar, if they work it properly, De Saban Yang Sarpa, if they place a fresh seed in it, which is puissant, powerful, okay? Say Lekpar, and they plant at the right time of year, okay? Lungdang Nime Man Nepa, if they're not damaged, if the seeds are not damaged by the wind or the sun. Machakpa, if they don't get broken. Matrukpa, if they don't get bruised. Marulpa, if they don't spoil. Chuma Supagyur, that seed's power cannot go away, cannot disappear. Saban Deda Tudan Sixer Shingla Tape, if they plant those seeds at the right time in the field. Dusu Chupa, if they water them regularly. Dusu Kam, and they let the ground dry when it should dry, okay? Don't overwater. Tamje le lepa sungne, and if they protect those fields from squirrels and things like that. Kungao, okay, and then Buddha's talking to Ananda. Ananda, what do you think? Kimba Shingba de Dushen Shikna, later on, Shingi Trungdu Songte, and the farmer walks into the field where he put the seed perfectly, watered it perfectly, sun, weather's perfect, no animals, everything's perfect, okay? Shen Shikna Trungdu Songte, Shingi Morduk, if he sits down and faces the field, okay? Ke saben de magirching. Ke saben ke makeshin. You seeds, don't be seeds. And please don't grow. Okay? Alright? Please don't grow. Ke makeshin. Ma pelching. And if you do grow, don't open leaves and don't open fruits, okay? Ngala debu migu. I don't want any wheat. I don't want any rice. Okay? Name the migu. I don't need it. Okay? Please don't grow. Got it? Kungao dejinyam desem. Ananda. What do you think? Kim dak shingbade siki saban dedak saban mayimba gyuram. Because of the words of the farmer, will the seeds turn into not seeds. Solwa Chomdende, Malakso. I don't think so. That's Ananda. He says, I don't think so. They worship a Malakso. Oh, Sugata. Oh, Buddha. No. Just because the guys sit down and tell the seeds, don't be seeds, it's not going to make them not seeds. Okay? I don't think so. Okay? God selpa devo di devo mayimba gyuram, nyepa ngomba mi dupam, sopa. And then Buddha asks Ananda, so will those seeds grow into plants which make fruits or make grain? Okay? Will it happen? Ananda says, is it the case that by the farmer's words, the plants will refuse to grow fruits, or refuse to grow rice, or refuse to grow wheat? Is it possible? Chomdende, Malak. That's not the case, okay? Oh Buddha, that's not the case. They worship a Malak, so Sugata. It's not the way it is, okay? The farmer's words can't stop them. Okay, got it? God selpa kungao deshin du sipa la ching si la gawe sangye la yun pu le. Even if, Ananda, even if a person is attached to this life, and even if a person believes that this life is so nice, so cool, but they make an offering to the Buddha, okay? Meaning to a powerful object, right? Puna, nyangane dawar gyurchik, ma gyurchik, and if they make a prayer when they make the offering to the Buddha, like offer a Buddha a cup of nice tea, and say, Buddha, I offer you this tea. May I not reach nirvana. Okay? May I not reach nirvana. Okay, please. Okay? I offer you this tea, but I don't want to reach nirvana. Okay? Ma gyurchik, de ke seryang, de yonsen nangane dawar min gyur ne me. It's impossible that they won't reach nirvana. Okay? Because they offered a tea to a holy object, highest object. Okay? Alright? Even if they say, please don't let me reach nirvana, they will reach nirvana. Okay? Nothing can stop it. Gokap me means no possibility, 0% chance that they won't reach nirvana. Okay? 0% chance. Okay? Kungao, O Ananda, Sangela gewe tsawa deda min de kyang. So, if you take refuge properly, this is from the Lotus Sutra. The Lotus Sutra is the basis for whole religions in Japan, for example. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. You know this thing? They beat the drum, they walk around. I did it for a couple months. It's just the first line of the Lotus Sutra. That's their whole religion. Millions of people. Okay, this sutra. Okay, Kungao Sangela Kepe Gewe Tsawa Deda Min De Kyang Ananda. Even if a person doesn't want to be a Buddha, Debu Nyangan Le Depa Yinte. Because of that action, taking refuge properly, they will become a Buddha. Nobody can stop it. Okay, Tama Nyangan Le Depe Bardu Gyurwa Ngamao. Ngamao means take my word for it. Okay, Ngamao. Take my word for it. Okay, who? Buddha. Buddha said that. Okay, take my word for it. Okay, Deta Jitsam de Sangye Chamna de la Semchi Kepe Gewe Tsawa. If you just think about refuge correctly once, Deta Tamche Deba and Yangan Depa Yinte, you will get the result of enlightenment, and nobody can stop it. Okay? Nga Mao, take it from me. That's what I say. Who? Buddha. Okay? Buddha said that. Take refuge properly. Second husband refuge, okay? Forget the 3 jewels. Second husband refuge. Take it correctly. The karma is the biggest karma you can make. It's cool. Because you really understand the Buddha. Okay, got it? Then I get this argument, people tell me, I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, and in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna should be Krishna, by the way. Krishna tells Arjuna, don't be attached to the fruits of your karma, okay? Just do nice things for people. Don't expect to get good health or financial independence or good relationships, okay? Don't think like that. Just do good things. And don't worry about the result, okay? And there's a tradition like that in America also. I don't know about China. Just do nice things. Don't worry what's going to come back to you, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. That kind of thinking is good. But you can't stop it, okay? It will chase you. The money will chase you. The relationships will chase you, you know. The good health will chase you. You can't escape. You can't say, I don't want that result, okay? If you plant a karma, you can be a nice person. You can say, you know, I don't need to be rich, or I'm not doing this because I want to get rich, or I'm not doing this because I want my husband to be nice to me. I'm just doing it because I want to be a nice person. You can say that, it's okay. But you can't stop the karma. It will chase you. It will run after you and catch you. The example I like to give is, 30 years I helped this project with my salary. 19 years in the diamond business. I used a lot of my salary for the ancient books. Then I quit the diamond business and did a 3-year retreat. Then when I came out, I went to yoga at Dharma Mitras. And some guy came up to me and handed me an envelope. I don't know this guy. I never met this guy. Inside the envelope is a $100,000 check. It made the water system that you're using. We used it for the water system you're using, all of you, okay? It just chases you, okay? You go to a yoga class, the money will come. You can't avoid it, you know. You can say, I don't want the seed to grow, but it will grow, okay? So, meditation number 12, page number 6. What's the name of the meditation? What's the name of the meditation? Even if you ask it not to grow, okay? So during this meditation, you have to think about the karma, okay, of using the 4 steps, okay? Getting in the habit of achieving the goals you want, and getting in the habit of stopping the problems you don't want by using 4 steps, right? Getting in that habit is, self-perpetuating karma. It just gets bigger and bigger, okay? The more you use it, the more you want to use it. You see what I mean? That you use it once, you make the karma to use it again. You use it again, you make the karma to use it twice. You use it again, you make the karma to use it 4 times. And then that special karma of understanding where things come from tends to perpetuate itself like the wheel of life for negative things. Okay? The wheel of life makes negative things 2, 4, 8, 16. Taking refuge by using seeds to reach the goals in your life, okay, tends to multiply upon itself. Okay, it's like double. It goes like this, exponential. You know, you use it once, suddenly you're using it half the day. Suddenly you're using it every day. Suddenly you're dreaming about it. Okay, it's just weird. It's a weird karma. It's a cool karma. Okay, and you can say, I'm tired of thinking about seeds. I want to do something without seeds. You can't. Okay. Okay, once you get into it, once you see how cool it is, and all your weird things happen to you, supernatural things, supernatural happy things. What do we call it in the mixed nuts group? You start feeling unreasonably happy. It's because this karma tends to, what do you call it? Not just multiply. Exponentially increase. If you just try it a few times, it'll take over your life. Okay? And then you can say, I don't want to be happy. I don't want to have finances. I don't want to meet new beautiful people. I don't want to live in a bubble where they put me in the top of the Kaohsiung Hotel with the best rock and roll band in Asia. You know, I'm sorry. You have to go there. Okay? Got it? Cool? Okay, so when you do that meditation, just think about that. Okay? You cannot escape. What's that expression in English? You can run, but you can't hide. There's an English idiom. You can run, but you cannot hide. The money will find you. The friends will find you. Okay? The success will find you. Okay? Got it? That's a beautiful meditation. All right, number 13, I'm not going to explain much. We have 27 to go. 27 total to do. We're only halfway through. You're starting tomorrow evening. Number 13 is basically, what was the guy with the umbrella? Somebody tell me.
Automatic refuge.
Nah. Protection from huge mess ups. Adam got it. In the past, okay? Protection from huge boo-boos you made when... most of my boo-boos I made when I was 17. I don't know what it is. They were all packed into 1 year in college. Okay? Okay, that was the umbrella guy. What meditation was that? 11, okay. 13 is almost the same, okay? 13 means bad stuff that's going to happen to you, okay? Bad stuff that's going to happen to you right now, in the next few weeks, okay? Like it didn't come from 20 years ago. It came from last week, okay? Just steady flow bad crap coming to you, okay? From crappy week last week, okay? That kind of day-to-day crap, okay? Excuse me, but it's a good word. That kind of bad things can't touch you. If you're taking refuge regularly, if you're using the 4 steps, it gets you your goals, but it has a side effect. It infects the rest of your karmas, even your immediate karmas. So things you did last week don't ripen. And we talk about it in DCI, just weird stuff happens to us. We live in this bubble, Somebody sent a Bentley to pick us up. And, I was telling Nick, somebody sent a Bentley to pick me up. He says, well, Geshe, they did a program in a different city that night. He says, we went in a Rolls Royce. I'm like, dang, so, right? Yeah. I didn't get a Rolls Royce yet. Oops. Save this life. Okay. Okay, so this one is immediate problems, okay? Won't mess with you, subway breakdowns, stuff like that, okay? Like snow just when you get out of the subway and stops when you get to the 3 jewels. Stuff like that. Immediate unhappy things. Untouchable means, and the word in Tibetan is untouchable. They cannot touch you. Who's the last people the Buddha met before he became enlightened? Yeah, demons. What'd they do? They threw spears and they shot arrows at him because they were upset. They saw he's about to get enlightened, and they're like, we gotta get to the Buddha tree. Why? Right now. Just go. Take your arrows. Take your spears. Why? He's gonna get enlightened. We gotta distract him, And they ran to the Buddha tree. I sat there once. It's cool. And they put their arrows and they threw their spears. The girls took off their clothes, And the spears turned into flowers in the air. And the arrows turned into flowers. And they just come down flowers, And then he became enlightened, okay? So this is number 13. Think about the problems you have. I don't know, legal problems, tax problems, wife problems, rent problems, job problems. And if you take refuge, use refuge to deal with your problems. And then it's like armor. The problems come and they like ding, ding, ding. Okay, they just go bum, boing, boing. And they don't touch you. They can't hurt you. Yes, sir, Jerome.
So when using the 4 steps, you're saying it's scorching the seeds from the past.
Yeah, it helps too. Yeah.
Can you comment on the difference between that and actually purifying the seeds?
Yeah, if you think about the 4 powers, let's say I lied to people, right? So what's the actual antidote? What's the third of the 4 powers? Huh? Make a promise not to do it again, okay? And what's the 4th? Do the opposite. You see, number 3 is a negative promise. I won't do it again. Number 4 is a positive promise. I promise to do the opposite for a while. I'll tell absolute truth to everybody. I don't like your dress today. Not the whole truth, okay. But if you think about it, that's the same as doing... If you do the 4 steps, it's the same as the 4 powers. That's the point, okay? It's the same. You know, we struggle with that in DCI, you know. Do we tell them the 4 powers or we just tell them the 4 steps again? I don't make enough money. Do we tell them use the 4 powers to remove your negative seeds, or do we tell them share things with other people? The positive one is more fits people. Most people prefer to share things with others to fix their poverty than to beat themselves up for 6 weeks about how cheap they were. Got it? So when you're teaching people, you can teach them the 4 powers, which we do, but that's emphasis is negative, you know. You're a bad person, you collected bad seeds, you're poor, you don't have enough money, it's because you were mean to other people. Go home and confess, okay? Or, you know, now what you have, anything you get, please share it with other people. And then that also acts to purify. Because it's step number 4. It's power number 4.
It seems like there's a different emphasis. One will stop the seed from ripening, and
Yeah.
actually creating it there.
But the one that creates a new good seed also stops the old bad seeds from ripening. That's what we talked about this morning. You see? So you feed 2 fish with 1 worm. No. No. That's not vegetarian. Okay. Okay, so we finished number 13. So I'd like to do a meditation. You ready? We're going to do a meditation. And we'll go through the backup after the 3-day retreat. I'll read you the scripture. You can fall asleep. Check your phone. Blow your nose. Anybody want? Share. You could play horn on our next song. Okay, and then get settled, close your eyes. Don't get jet lag. Relax your mouth. Little smile. Relax your eyes. Give up all the stuff you're thinking about. You can do it later. It will wait for you. Relax your shoulders. Relax your fingers. Try to just enjoy. And give up all your worries and all your plans. You can take care of them later. They never stop. You will die before they stop. Take a Dharma break. Check in with your teacher. Go to the middle of your heart. Go deep down like you dive into a pool and you're underwater and you're going down, down, down into your heart. And you meet your Buddha, your teacher down there. Inside a grain of sugar. It gets just big enough to fit both of you in a grain of sugar. Sit with them there, quiet. You're inside your heart. Sit with them inside a grain of sugar. Clear. Take a moment to settle down and connect with your teacher. Now I'd like to ask you to think of one of the most frightening times of your life. Hector told me a story about he was in retreat recently, far away from other people, and he was bitten by a scorpion, and he thought it might be the kind that kills you, and so he had a strange experience where he had like a half hour or an hour, and he thought it's very possible he will die within that half hour. He's too far away for other people to help him. And just think of something like that, some situation in your life which was hopeless and dangerous. And myself, I remember I was on a plane and they told us the landing gear was not working and we might die. And so I think of most terrible moment in your life, most sad moment, most dangerous moment, the moment when you were most having despair and you thought everything was impossible. Try to remember a moment like that. Then the Lam Rim instruction for those moments, usually you're too scared to think deeply about emptiness, or there's no time, the plane is falling, you have a few minutes left after the scorpion bit you, and it's very difficult to think clearly about emptiness or trying to go through the death process or something like that. So the Lam Rim says, in those moments, just say the name of your refuge. It's okay. Say Lama, Lama, Lama. Okay? Say your Lama's name. Say Buddha. Just say your teacher's name. If you can do a mantra. Lama's name mantra. You can say Om. And then if the Lama's name is John Brady, then say Om John Brady Ahum. Okay? Because you're too scared to think of anything else. You can say the whole mantra. Ultimate refuge mantra. Om John Brady Ahum. I'm falling down, my airplane's falling down. Om John Brady Ahum, Om John Brady Ahum. It means help me, John Brady, if that's your root teacher. Okay? Or you can use your own teacher's name. Okay, so Om, say your teacher's name, Ahum. Okay? If the plane's really falling down, you probably won't be able to remember the mantra. So the Lam Rim says, just say your Lama's name, John, 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 okay? So in this meditation, you just practice calling your Lama's name when you're in very serious danger and you're too terrified or you're too sad to remember anything else or think about anything else. Just say their name. John, John, John. Then you hit the ground. Okay? With your Lama's name on your lips. So practice in your mind now. Remember some situation like that. And visualize yourself just repeating your Lama's name as you die or as something terrible happens to you. We'll stay here for a few minutes. And please come back to your breath. 3 deep exhales. Check with your Lama in your heart. And then bring your mind back to this room. You can open your eyes. Take a stretch. What's the meditation called? In moments of fear and pain, okay? In moments of fear and pain. Number 14, okay? Yeah. And then it says even just the words, okay? So, this lineage, Diamond Mountain lineage, okay? Our lineage. What do you call that? Neo-Tsongkapian lineage. Okay, we are Neo-Tsongkapian. We're very big on the meaning of things, and we're trying not to do meaningless rituals. You know, go to the temple, wave incense, and you're going to go to Tushita heaven, you know. We're trying not to encourage people to do things that they don't understand or that are not going to help them very much. But there are exceptions, okay? If you really believe in your root Lama, if you really have a proper relationship with your heart teacher, whether it's a living person, whether it's a Buddha who lived 1,000 years ago, whether it's someone you haven't met yet but you can imagine them, okay? Either one, the power of your heart teacher is so big that if you just say their name when you're having extreme troubles, like about to hit the ground in an airplane or about to die from a scorpion's sting, it's okay. It works, okay? Because of the power of your Lama name is more powerful than Buddha, okay? So it's okay. In this meditation, you're going to practice getting hit by a car, or practice your airplane falling down, or practice, I don't know, someone shoots a gun. I had that happen to me once. This guy was following me too close, and I put my brakes on, and then he got angry and he followed me, and finally I turned the corner and I stopped, and he came up next to me and he shot a gun at me. And I felt the powder hit my face, and it went through the windows, and it missed me, Then if something like that happens to you, just something happens, and you get shot, then Lama's name, die. Okay, that's the best you can do, and it's good. It's sufficient. Got it? So let's practice during the 3 days. Okay. What I'm going to do if they just come up to me and shoot me in the head, then you should have something ready, right? It happens. Weird stuff happens. Do you remember Tom Kiley? No. His brother, Daniel, his brother. Someone in the East Village came up to him and punched him in the face as hard as he could. Just walking down the sidewalk. And he just fell on the ground, he's bleeding, and he's like, whoa. Then you can say, from Lama. So meditation number 14 is emergency box, push the button, Lama's name. That's all. Okay, Lama's name. Huh? Say again? Yeah. Huh? My, what is my name? Sumati Bhadra. You can say Sumati. It's okay. Arya Sumati. Okay. All right. Meditation 15. Okay. What time we stop this class? Ooh. Okay, I'll give you a break after this one, okay? We're going to get to this in the Lam Rim after the retreat, okay? But meditation 15, when I was in Thailand, and we gave everybody Refuge vow and Refuge name, then people get all excited, and they running around with their new name, and they're showing everybody, look, I have a new name, mine's cooler than yours. He gave me this one special. I'm not like you, and everybody start wearing. You can see in the Beijing airport, suddenly everyone's wearing these rosaries. Like 10 years ago, nobody. Now even the business guys are wearing these rosaries, and yoga teachers like to do that. I noticed when I go to yoga. They're all wearing the rosary on the wrong hand, the right hand. You always wear it on your left hand because then you can debate, But so it means people like to, once they take refuge or something, they like to use the accoutrement, the cute little Dharma things, Look, I have beads. My beads have turquoise on them, Or I have crystal. You have wood, Or I have gold on my beads, but yours are just metal, Or I have I have a refuge name and you don't, Or it means the outer things that are associated with spirituality, and people like them. Some people wear religious clothes, you know, like red clothes or white clothes or black clothes, and they get very attached to them. You know, I have. There's a Geshe Tunga vest. It has a yellow stripe on it here, you know, and in the monastery it's very important. You know, if you have Geshe yellow stripe here, everyone's like, oh, Geshe-la, Geshe-la, you know. I refuse to wear this. You never saw me wear it. I have one, but it's too small. Okay, so it was made for Tibetan guy. So anyway, and people get very attached to it, you know. If you wear it, and you also in the Tantric college, you get a special one. And if you wear it when you're not supposed to wear it, everyone gets upset, you know. You're not supposed to wear that, you know. So what I like about the Neo-Tsongkhapian lineage that we have, the New Tsongkhapa lineage that we have, is we are not very big on these outer, you know, signs. Like I have yellow stripe, you don't have yellow stripe. You know, I have Lama hat, you don't have Lama hat. You know, I like it that we are disguised as someone who owns a cosmetics company in Singapore. You know, like everybody thinks I'm just a normal person, you know. And I think that's very healthy. We don't have hierarchy. We don't have big lama, little big little lama. You know, we don't have these things, you know. And we don't have people running in and say, you shouldn't do like this, you should put your fingers inside or you're a bad person. You know, I like it that we don't have all this silly things. You know, I'm happy we don't have these things, okay? We're working on the inside to try to be a nice person, okay? So, meditation number 15 is to think about that, you know. Am I attached to, you know, everybody sees my beads and they know I'm a spiritual person, or, you know, am I trying to impress people with my Tibetan grammar skills, like Geshe Michael does, you know? It's the outer thing, okay? It's not an inner thing. Look how much scripture I can quote, you know? Look how many words I can look up in John's database. You know, who could find that story that I told you this morning? These are all outer things, okay? So, what he's talking about are the outer signs of taking refuge, okay? Beads, name, special hat, you know? Outer signs that you took refuge. And what he says is, stick to the, what's it say? Second husband. Second husband refuge, okay? Nobody knows you're doing it, okay? You're like, oh, this person irritates me. Oh, wait, it's like second husband, come from me, you know? There's a joke at Diamond Mountain. There's a joke. Somebody came from another place. They came to Diamond Mountain. They said, I can't believe it. What? Everybody I meet is so stupid. I'm surrounded by stupid people. Then the old Diamond Mountain people go, understand? Okay. So, take a real refuge, okay? And nobody knows if you took refuge or not, okay? You understand emptiness, and it's very quiet, and nobody can prove it. People come to me all the time. I think I saw emptiness. I say, okay, tell me what it's like. I saw a green light, yellow light, I'll forget it. You want to hear a real conversation? Arya conversation. I think I saw, you didn't. I think no. Okay, one of the qualities of seeing emptinesses directly is that you are sure you did it. You don't have to ask anybody, okay? And the whole world can tell you didn't and you don't care, you know? It's the big lamas can say you didn't, and you say, okay, I didn't, but I did. Now only you know, and you know for sure. So if you're not sure, you didn't. When you do, you do. When you do, you know. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. You know? The world can blow up and you don't care. I saw it. I know. Tell me anything, I don't care, you know. Okay? So if you have to ask, you did it. All right. All right. 16. Then I promise you a break. 4:30. It's 4:27. Meditation 16. By the way, we'll go through the schedule after the break, and your instructions say group 1 meditation, group 2 meditations. Then we have to split them up. Okay. Number 16. It's very, very useful as you die to take refuge. Okay, it's similar to the falling down in the airplane. Okay, but if you can just remember your Lama's name as you go through the red light, the white light, the black, the mirage, the tidal wave, the mountains falling down. Okay, when you see it start, the hallucinations, they're called standard hallucinations. They come to everyone who dies. Bugs, rabbits, fish, humans. When you see them start saying your Lama's name. You know, if you can, try to remember second husband. Okay? If you can't, just say Lama's name. Okay, all right. So that the Lam Rim, when I teach you from the book, it will say, just if your Lama's name is on your lips when you die, you're doing okay. You'll be okay. Okay? Yeah.
What's okay mean?
I would say, personally, okay, this is just my personal idea. I believe that if you have a good relationship with your heart Lama, and you say their name when you die, you cannot go to a lower realm. I would say that, okay, minimum. Okay? Yeah.
What if you tend to think about emptiness, but it's not as powerful as it could be, and you should have your Lama's name?
I would go to Lama's name as a backup and try to get emptiness in there. Okay. But, you know, I've been in those situations, and you're so scared, all you can do is your Lama's name. To be honest, this idea of poa, that in the moment of death you can suddenly cancel all the 65 years of bad deeds, it's not possible. It's unlikely that you will suddenly change at the moment of death the habits that you've built up your whole life. It's unlikely. Galupa tradition, Tsongkhapa tradition, don't count on it. Okay, you're going to be too scared. You're going to be hallucinating, heavy. It's as if you're very drunk, extremely drunk, or you're in the middle of a bad dream. It's the same. You don't have the capacity to go, oh, poa, yeah, step number 6. You know, it's not going to happen. Okay, so take care of it now. Real poa means take care of it now. You know, understand emptiness now, while your mind is clear. And don't wait till your mind is the most unclear it's been in your whole life. Okay, because you're not going to be able to remember anything. Okay? All right then. I think I'll tell you a story. I wasn't going to do it, but I'll tell you a story after the break, okay? But it's about a person who Nah, maybe I. How many people going to Indonesia? How many people thinking to go to Indonesia? Yeah, I'll tell you in Indonesia. No, if I tell you now, I don't have anything to tell you in Indonesia. Okay. You can listen to the knowledge base afterwards. Okay, have a break. Have a break. We have to stick on the subject. Okay, I'll tell you. I gotta find it. Okay, take a break, I'll find it before you come back. Okay, I'm gonna tell you Pearl Lady's story, okay? It's called the story of Pearl Lady. The Pearl Lady. Pearl. Jew. Juren. Okay, Pearl Lady. And it's just Dharma vacation time. It has no relevance to anything. Okay, and we should do it in Indonesia. But I was excited. I found this story in, where were we shopping? In Taiwan, in a coffee shop. This is the third story of how the Wheel of Life was painted. Okay, cool? So to learn all the stories, you have to come to Borobudur, Indonesia. Scott, I'm going to send you a photo. Oh, Nick? Okay. Our team there, who Sugang is leading the team, the photo team, they just found the right part of Borobudur. It took us a couple months, and Sugang found the right place. And I'll show you this photo that they took. Okay. So we know where to go when we go there. We can climb up the mountain and I can teach you the Wheel of Life from the carvings. Okay. So this is another story of how the Wheel of Life was painted, but it includes the idea that if your Lama's name is on your lips when you die, things go pretty well. Okay? So this is called a lengshi. What's a lengshi? Yeah, it's a negative event that happened during the Buddha's life that necessitated making a new rule. Okay? Like originally it wasn't against the rules to drink alcohol in Buddhism. But then a monk got drunk and did some bad things, so Buddha said, okay, from today there's a new rule, Buddhists can't drink alcohol. Okay? Like that. Then those stories, negative stories, are called lengshi. Okay? Here's the lengshi. This is the lengshi. This is the lengshi for a nun's vow not to argue with each other. Okay? Okay, this comes from the nun's vows. This comes from the Vinaya Vastu part for nuns. Okay? So, okay. What is the lengshi for not arguing? So Buddha was staying in a garden called Nyagroda. Nyagroda is a special kind of tree. Chamdendeki in India. Chamdendeki shake dembala kopa dena. Dedak chamdende tawichu dusum du ombe. Buddha was being very successful, pushing people into the direct perception of emptiness, okay, in that garden. Buddha liked to hang out in gardens, okay. The Diamond Cutter Sutra is also spoken in a garden, right? Then people began to, those garden lectures became very popular. Chamdendeki kyang talk to Chushedo, and Buddha would just non-stop Dharma teachings. Okay. Gyalpo Setsama yang Shakyawa Daki Kone. And the king Suddhodana, who's that? Buddha's father, came to those lectures also. He got turned on by his son's teachings. Okay, he and his wife. They used to walk to the garden to hear him. Started to teach Dharma, and people were coming like bees to honey, something like that. Okay, I'm just giving you a quick translation. Okay. The Dharma was so sweet like honey that people were like that, and they didn't even have time to blink. Okay. Then the king, the Buddhist father, Suddhodana, and all his friends went back home in the evening after the teaching. Shakya Mingchenki, there was a person in the Shakya people called Mahanama, and I believe he was one of the four tiger cubs. Okay, I think he's one of the 5 first disciples of Buddha. Okay. Kim Duchine, he went home and he said, Emaho. Where did you hear that? Yeah, it's in your Vajrayogini prayer, grace, right? Emaho means, wow, we're so lucky, okay? So he went home and said, Emaho. That expression is 2,000 years old, 2,500 years old, Emaho. He went home, he said to his wife, Emaho. I must have some good karma seeds. Look at these lectures we're getting in the garden, you know. Wow. Okay. De chume chipa, Papa said de chila. Then his wife said, why you say emaho? You know what happened? He said, Tereng chum de de ki chushe pa sokcha gyaton duma kepa chumbo chupa gyuto. Buddha was teaching all day, and thousands of people got, you know, huge spiritual results. It's amazing. It must be my good seeds. And then his wife said, it's not mine. Okay. It ain't mine. It's not my good seeds. It's not my good seeds. Then he said, day teacher, then he got upset. He said, why'd you say such a unpleasant thing? You know. She said, the Buddha came to this world to teach males. He didn't come for women. She's pissed off. Okay. He said, no, don't say that. Okay. Buddha wants to help all living beings. Okay. Why don't you ladies organize a teaching, you know, come get a Dharma teaching from Lord Buddha, you know, he likes everybody. You know. So the ladies had a meeting, all the Shakya clan ladies had a meeting, and they said, yeah, let's go ask Buddha for a Dharma teaching, just ladies only night, you know. And the husband said, well, why ladies only? She said, you know, we feel embarrassed in front of men. You know, we can't let our hair down. You know, we can't feel natural. We just want ladies there. Okay, can we have a teaching like that? Dr. Pumiklai Chengan Chenyan Ngotsana, De Ladag Ningato Chenyan, Dr. Ledro Chenyan Panangna Chio. I have a suggestion, she said. You men go in the morning before noon, and then us ladies will have our Dharma teaching in the afternoon. Okay. Then her husband said he thought it was a good idea, but he thought it's a little disrespectful to ask the king, Buddha's father, can we have a girls only afternoon? Because he's not a girl. Okay. Then he thought it's more appropriate if I ask the king's wife. Okay. I don't think it's Lord Buddha's mother at this point. I think she died or something. It's a long story. I'll ask her permission. Then the wife can always convince the husband what to do, right? So they made the arrangement, and 500 wives and women of the Shakya people walked to the Nyagroda garden. They say Shakya Mingchengi Chuma Gyan Tam Jeki Gyaban Ne, they doctor and Henjik to Sowadang. Then the women who went to the garden said, you know, if we're going to go to teaching by Lord Buddha, we should dress up. We should wear our best sari, you know, and all of our pearls and, you know, gold, and okay, we should look nice. And all the ladies dressed up with all their silk and jewels. Ananda was there, okay? He was allowed, the monks were allowed to stay. The Shakya husbands had to stay home. But Ananda was looking around at the monks, and some of them were like, okay. Then he thought to himself, some of these monks are not advanced enough to be around a bunch of beautiful ladies. He thought to himself like that, you know, these ladies are too hot. Simo kiki yongi kyang yip le patan dush sana gen tam cheki gembe tachi mate, you know. Then he told the ladies, I think you shouldn't dress up so much when you come to the teaching, because it's bad for the young monks who are not experienced, you know. Frankly speaking, not all of our monks are free yet of desire. Okay, there's some are young; they're not very experienced. Okay, then the women immediately understood, and they decide to take off their jewelry. You know, pokte pumonga shuma kungma chen. Then there was a young lady who was a servant girl, and she had come along with them to like serve them drinks and things like that. So they said, here, take our jewelry back to the houses, you know. They asked her, you take the pearls and things, put them in our house, okay? They can. Then she took all the jewelry and went back to the village. Okay. Then the day Shakyam Mo Shunu Mashik Churchepet Rangni Guna Yipe Mutiki Semodola Chakpa Yandang Yan the Tashin La Pekyang no more. Then Buddha started to teach, but there was one young lady, wife of somebody, and she was too proud to send back her pearls. So she still wear her pearls. And then she's like this. And then Buddha's teaching, you know, and then she's like, she's just distracted by her pearls. Okay, she didn't send her pearls back home. Then and the Buddha thought, I should teach about death meditation, and this lady will stop looking at her pearls, you know. So he taught death meditation. Then she's like, she didn't hear it. Okay, got it? Then Mahanama's wife, right, the one who asked for the teaching, she thought, I have to get this lady to stop looking at her pearls. Then she had an idea. I will send the servant girl back to my house to bring my big pearls, and I will put them on. And then this lady will stop looking at her pearls, because those are cheap and mine are expensive. Okay. Then she won't be distracted. So she asked the servant girl, I changed my mind. Go home, bring back my pearls. Rangi semodo charpa tongne dinyam someday. The pearls, by the way, if you care, it wasn't a necklace exactly. It's called semodo. Semodo is when you go to a big party, expensive dress, and you wear a long dress, and then you have a small vest, it stops here, just covers here. That's called semodo, and it's made of pearls. Okay, so she said, go back and get my semodo. Tembe deche mitape shepe na yang di rangi semodo la rab tu cha ne yang the tana di kelte daki semodo la tongna. If this girl sees my semodo, de Tibetan map girl nyandu, she will forget her pearls and she will start listening to the Buddha. So she sent the servant girl back to the house. De chenyembeka map girne yila nyamdu sam so. The servant girl walking back to the home started to think about it. Emaho. But this is a upset emaho. Emaho. Everybody else gets to listen to the Dharma. And I'm running back and forth with pearls, Then Geshe Kawashe. To be a servant in these times in India is not fun. It's not fun to be a servant. It's a lot of pain. Everyone's bossing you around all the time. And I don't have a good income. All of this is because I didn't hear Dharma in the past. And now I don't get to hear Dharma again. And I'm just going to be like this, okay? I want to listen to the Dharma, Then the Buddha was reading her mind, okay, as she's walking. Then he saw her life is not going to be very long. She's not going to live very long. Then he wrote a verse on a tree by magic, on the bark of a tree. You know this white tree? What do they call that? Birch tree. Before paper, they used to use this for writing. White tree skin, right? On that, she's walking, right? And he wrote it magic from the teaching place. Okay, with his meditation. Kyewa namni jipagir, all things which are born die. You should understand your life. Nenten dukte gelanyun, you should try to do some good karma. Nga daki ni shepaloo, I give you this private teaching on the tree bark. Okay? Then she's like, wow. She's so happy, She takes the tree bark off, and she's walking to get the semodo. And she's like, wow, Buddha wrote me my own poem, I'm really special, And she kept reading this verse, to herself. Then she ran into a cow and it kicked her and she died. On the road. She's like, boom, dead. Okay, like that. Just die like that. Okay? But she had Buddha's name on her lips. Okay, that's why we're reading this story. Okay, she had Buddha's name on her mouth when she got kicked. And she died with Buddha's name. Pumadeyan gane sikche de dershin sange tension so way. Say to me leki tula babne lam to jumasi. If you care, the cow was pregnant. I don't know why they say that, but okay. De sange tension to chiwe du suchebe. Because she died with the Buddha's name on her lips, she was born as the princess of Sri Lanka. Okay. De tam dang sepe tse muti ki chapape mingyang muti matakso. And because she had the pearls in her hands, the day she was born, pearls fell from the sky in Sri Lanka. The whole country, okay, pearls. So her mom and dad, the king and queen of Sri Lanka, they were saying, maybe we should call her Pearl Girl. Okay. So they named her Pearl Girl. Pearl? They named her Pearl. Okay. Dene shun du shen shing na nyen du yupe tsomba chi gyatso ling du tu chenpo sham de gyatso shubale. Lungi tu singale ling du chino. Then some businessmen, merchants, were in a boat off the coast of, what's that called? Malabar coast, southwest India. And they got caught in a windstorm. And it pushed them to Sri Lanka. Okay. They're from a place called Shravasti. What's Shravasti? It's where Lord Buddha taught the diamond cutter. Okay? They happen to be from Shravasti. Then they landed in Sri Lanka. They started to do some business. And they rented an apartment next to the palace of the king. Dematone. Langshid and and every night, the business guys, merchants, they used to get together and read sutra out loud, like Jinganjing or Shinjing, and they will sing the sutra. Sa boyu kong kong boyu sa sa jisu kong kong jisu sa shou shang xing xing yi fu lu xing. They started to sing it. Okay. Then Pearl Lady was in the palace, and she heard this beautiful song. Wow, I never heard this. This is such a beautiful song, you know. Then she said, those musicians are really good. Then she asked her father, can you invite these foreign musicians to sing in the palace? You know, so he has a lot of money, and he asked the businessman, you guys, you must be a rock and roll band or something. Can you come to the palace and sing for us? You know, okay. Then they said, look, we're not singers, we're businessmen. But every night together we sing the Jinganjing and Shinjing, and it's a prayer. And she said, well, what's the prayer about? They said it's to Buddha. And when she heard the word Buddha, she said, see, like something happened to her. She said, oh, Buddha. You know, some past life memory. She said, oh, Buddha. You know. Then they started to tell her how cool is Buddha. This guy named Buddha. Okay. Then they told his whole story. Okay. How he was a prince, how he got enlightened, you know. And she was, she heard the whole story, you know. Then the evening was finished, and she said, when you guys are ready to go home, can you come see me? Because I want to send this guy a message. Okay. And she gave them, she wrote a message to the Buddha. And it's a poem. Okay. Sama yindan sami chacheba kedan nawe jigle ngundu tel. Trapachen monga pa kunduta. Transaducing mupanyam me daglo. Gods and humans bow to you. You are free of the fears of birth and death. Everybody in the world has heard of you. Can you grant me nectar? Okay? Can you give me nectar of deathlessness? Please. They went back to Shravasti, they met Lord Buddha, and they gave him the note. Katsawa, Somba Kinam Shingale Ling Dudoy saying Ngala Dunjing. And Buddha said what? When you go back to Sri Lanka, can you take a message? Okay. And they said, yeah, sure. Okay. In the meantime, Lord Buddha had a portrait made of himself, okay, to send to her. Painting, okay. And then below, at the bottom part of the portrait, he drew the wheel of life. Okay? It's a strange message to send to someone you just met. Okay? Here's my picture, and here's the wheel of life. Okay? Okay? Timbada Papilam, you're not Tine Gonda Six Chipa. And he wrote that famous verse, right? Sabajashin Yuja, Sangitana Jubaja, Damikin Lanchin, Didasina Deni Sumaja, Kaji Patura Yupe, Chudidila Chugyowa, Kiwe Quarter of the May. Dingan Tama Chipa Show. He wrote these two verses, very famous. Dene Muti Madini Chiyin She Sambadala Mebadan. Then she got the message and the painting, and she opened it up. And she asked the businessman, what is this? What's this thing? Then they told her what's the painting about, okay? And who's this guy's picture, okay? Then she went to her bedroom and she recited the 12 links 3 times. And before she finished the 3rd time, she saw emptiness. Okay, cool. Sangye Ringna. Then she said a very famous poem. Sangye Ringna Shukshindu Shirabkini Mikjangde. Buddha, you live far away. I never met you, but you have opened my eyes. You are the supreme physician. You are the greatest doctor in the world. Sangye Ringna Shukshindu Tawe Sungu Tsane Chung. You ripped out my wrong idea about the world. Okay? I bow down to the great physician, the great doctor. So she said, can you take this poem back to Lord Buddha? Okay? Because she reached Arya. Okay? Mutik me dedala dakin sekchonu dege shabla chagi dege suchi mi dewa chungam nyudu shengsam. Then she sent back Lord Buddha her best wishes, and Gary Shenyin chumde de la temana. Then she said, because you became my teacher, okay? Dak semjen nyawa chosong da yida ne chung. I will never again have to go to the hell realms. I will never again be an animal. I will never again be a hungry spirit. In fact, I will never be a human or a deva. I'm free from the wheel. Chimanantaki. Sorry. You have, what do you call it? Sorry. The ocean of blood and tears has dried up. Okay? I have crossed the mountains of skeletons. I have destroyed the mountain of wrong views with my vajra, my diamond, because of your teaching, okay? and I reached Arya because of you. Okay? Tibetan Gelto, Mundu Gelto. I crossed the ocean. Now I will always take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. And can you ask him if he will give me my lifetime vows, layman vows? Can I have those vows? Then she packed up 3 boxes of pearls. See, pearls are coming back. And she made 3 chests of pearls. And she said to the merchants, give these to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha when you get home. Okay, 1 box for each. Okay. And they went back home and they offered the 3 boxes to Lord Buddha. Then Lord Buddha said to Ananda, okay, do you remember that irritating servant girl who was unhappy about carrying pearls back and forth? And got kicked by the cow? And he said, yeah, I remember her. That was very sad. Then he said, well, as she was dying, she had my name on her lips. So she was born as the princess of Sri Lanka. And I sent her the wheel of life, and because of that, she saw emptiness directly. Okay? And then Ananda's like, wow, that's super cool. He was really happy. Then he said, what do you want me to do with the 3 boxes of pearls? Then Buddha said, well, the part that she dedicated to the Buddha is for me. So I want you to glue them to the wall of the temple. Put them on the walls of the temple. So the temple's beautiful, all pearl. Okay, that's what you can do with mine. And the box that was for the Dharma jewel, you have to give to people who are practicing Dharma. Okay? And the part that was for the Sangha, you can give that box to the Sangha. Okay? Tambe chukiku kya kanya bade chenzi makasa namla shi subada. They say munzi banam dacha ki chonde. Then so there were monks who specialized in sutra teachings. And there were monks who specialized in Vinaya teachings. And there were monks who specialized in Abhidharma teaching. Guess what happened? Each one said, we get the box. Okay? The Abhidharma guy said, we should get the box. The Vinaya guy said, we should get the box. Okay? The Sutra guy said, we should get the box. Okay? And then they started to argue. And that's the end of the story. No, then Buddha said, don't fight over, physical things. That monks and nuns shouldn't argue with each other, and that's the Langshi. You see, the whole story is not about the Wheel of Life, and it's not about the 12 links, and it's not even about, it's about not arguing. Okay? Because then Buddha had to make a rule, monks and nuns shouldn't argue with each other. Okay, got it? Okay. Now you know. Okay. That's the short version. I believe it's Trijang Rinpoche's summary. Okay, and there's a 200-page long version, which I didn't do. Okay, that's like the 10-page version. There's a much longer version, very beautiful. 200 pages long, very beautiful. So, anyway, that's another teaching of the Wheel of Life, and he explains the Wheel of Life. Okay, maybe we do it in Buddha. You have to tell me is it business? Oh, so Jenny's we have 2 minutes left. Jenny's going to make an announcement.
So I put on the screen already. Okay, this is a Bodo retreat. So right now actually it's 1,500, but if on the class everybody register, we still give everybody special price, early bird price, only for this class. So we hope everybody can go learn from Geshe in the Bodo retreat. Okay, thank you everybody. Grudge the chance, okay?
The teaching is free, okay? The hotel takes the money. And we got a nice hotel because we want it's a 5-star hotel. And it's a 2-hour flight from Singapore. It's about 2.5 hours from China. Okay, so easy. You go to Jakarta and you take another flight to Yogyakarta. Okay? All right then. Oh, yeah. This photo was taken 2 days ago by our team in Borobudur, and this is one of the stories. And so we identified the carvings about the Wheel of Life. So the whole, we'll climb up the mountain and I'll teach you the Wheel of Life from the carvings. Okay, it's very beautiful. And Sugang, and we're doing the book with a very famous German photographer, Bernd Kolb, who's a famous businessman. He was the entrepreneur of the year. He started internet business in Germany. And we did a program together, and he's a very famous photographer. So we're trying to finish a book before that for you. But I don't know if I'll have time. We're trying. Okay?